8 minutes of WWE wrestlers who missed their cue. Let's watch.
WWE, where every move is meticulously planned, things don't always go as expected.
Right.
From forgotten spots to quick improvisations, these
crazy.
moments remind us that wrestling is as unpredictable as it is entertaining. Let's
Very.
step into the ring and explore some of the most memorable times wrestlers completely blanked on their cues. During a 2010 triple threat match between Randy Orton, Kofi Kingston, and John Cena, things didn't exactly go as planned. The original spot was for Orton to hit Kofi with a devastating punt kick to end the match, but Kofi got up too early, throwing off the timing. Thinking on his feet, Orton improvised and hit Kofi with an RKO instead. Frustrated by the miscue, Orton loudly yelled "stupid" at Kofi for everyone to hear. The moment went viral, and even today, fans remember it as one of Orton's most brutally honest in-ring reactions.
Jaw and face planted in the...
The 2018 Royal Rumble gave us one of the best matches of the modern era, but it wasn't without its hiccups. The finale came down to Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, John Cena, and Roman Reigns. As Cena and Reigns squared off, the crowd erupted with chants of "You both suck," but then came the awkward part. Cena loudly yelled "Shinsuke now" as a cue for Nakamura and Balor to attack. Except Nakamura and Balor were taking their time on the mat, seemingly forgetting their spot. Cena, clearly annoyed, yelled again, and finally the two jumped in, bringing the crowd to life. Nakamura went on to win the Rumble, but that little delay, definitely a memorable blooper.
Wow.
Of the WWE fans here in Philadelphia. Those hostile fans in sporting world.
Now,
That is
this one's
awkward as
just
hell.
hilarious. On the March
But you just
4th,
look crazy
2019
yelling like
episode of
that.
Raw, Bobby Lashley teamed with Baron Corbin and Drew McIntyre in a 6-man tag match. After the match, the trio decided to humiliate Kurt Angle, with Corbin grabbing the steel steps and Drew holding Angle's head. But then there was Lashley, looking completely lost. He started pacing back and forth between Corbin and Drew, unsure of who to help. At one point, Corbin pointed him back to Drew, and Drew pointed him to Corbin. It was like a game of hot potato, with Lashley caught in the middle. Eventually, he figured it out, but the memes that followed, absolute gold. WrestleMania season always comes with one iconic
so
tradition,
embarrassing.
wrestlers pointing at the massive WrestleMania sign. But in 2009, Randy Orton gave us one of the funniest twists on this ritual after winning the Royal Rumble. As Orton stood in the ring, he confidently pointed at the WrestleMania sign, expecting the pyro to light up the arena. Nothing happened, so he pointed again and again. Still nothing. The frustration started building, and you could see it on Orton's face as he kept jabbing at the air like it was the sign's fault. The issue? Orton forgot the plan. He was supposed to climb the turnbuckle to trigger the fireworks. Finally, the referee ran over, gave him the heads up, and the Viper climbed the ropes for one last dramatic point. This time the pyro finally went off, but not before the crowd got to witness Orton's hilarious mix of confusion and growing anger. It wasn't the way Orton envisioned his big moment, but it's one that
So you
fans
messed your
still
own
laugh
moment
about
up.
to this day. No Mercy 2017
That's funny.
brought us one of the most awkward yet memorable promo battles in WWE history. While the pay-per-view itself was home to massive matches, it was the lead-up that gave fans one of the most talked about moments of the year. Roman Reigns, still finding his footing as WWE's new top guy, went head-to-head with John Cena in a verbal showdown. Cena, ever the seasoned mic master, carried himself with confidence, while Roman seemed out of his depth. The tension peaked when Reigns stumbled mid-sentence, leaving an awkward pause that hung in the air. Cena, never one to miss an opportunity, pounced with a line that would echo for years.
And second of all,
It's called a promo,
Shut
kid,
your
and
mouth,
if you want to
John.
be the big dog, you're going to have to learn how to do it, so go ahead.
The crowd exploded, and Roman visibly tried to recover, using Cena's jab as motivation to finish strong. This moment was a turning
see, like,
point in
the
Reigns'
buffering
career, highlighting the
on his
gap between
face?
him and Cena at the time. By the time their feud reignited 4 years later, Roman was no longer the unsure big dog, but the fully fledged tribal chief, holding his own on the mic and in the ring. Here's a screw-up so infamous it led to someone being fired. Back in 2008, Mark Henry and Matt Hardy teamed up against The Miz and John Morrison in a tag match that didn't go quite as planned. The pivotal moment came when Matt Hardy hit Morrison with a side effect and went for the pin. The Miz was supposed to break it up, except he missed his cue entirely. Now, WWE referees are trained to call matches as they see them, so Wes Adams did exactly what he was supposed to. He counted to 3. The problem? That wasn't how the match was supposed to end. The sudden, unplanned finish left everyone confused, and backstage, the blame landed squarely on Adams. Despite following protocol, he was told that his officiating had ruined the match. Shortly after, Adams was let go and never got another chance in the company. Let's talk about a classic mix-up from the February 8th, 2016 episode of Raw. The Dudley Boys and the Usos teamed up to take on the New Day with Mark Henry in an epic 8-man tag team tables match. It was chaotic, with bodies flying everywhere, but the real moment came near the end. Jimmy hit Big E with a perfect kick, setting up for the Dudleys' iconic 3D through a table, except Big E just rolled out of the ring. You can actually hear Bubba Ray yelling in frustration. Realizing his mistake, Big E scrambled back into the ring and took the 3D like a pro, salvaging the moment. Hey, it happens to the best of us.
Trouble.
WrestleMania 8 delivered an unforgettable main event, but not for all the right reasons. Hulk Hogan faced Psycho Sid in a showdown that didn't have a title on the line, but was still packed with high stakes. The match was supposed to end with Papa Shango running in to break up Hogan's pin after the leg drop, a finish that would protect Sid while advancing the storyline, but Papa Shango missed his cue entirely. Hogan dropped the leg, went for the pin, and Sid had no choice but to kick out cleanly, a rare sight that left fans stunned. The confusion didn't end there. Harvey Whippleman stepped in to cause a disqualification, trying to salvage the moment while the crowd, and likely Hogan, wondered what was going on. Eventually, Shango sprinted down the ramp, but by the time he arrived, the planned drama had already fizzled out. The match might have ended in chaos, but the return of the Ultimate Warrior brought the crowd back to life, saving what could have been a complete disaster. At SummerSlam 2005, Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio delivered one of the most emotional ladder matches in WWE history, battling for the custody of Dominic. The climax of the match saw Eddie climbing to the top of the ladder, seconds away from unhooking the briefcase. The plan was for Vicky Guerrero to run in and push the ladder before Eddie could win, but Vicky missed her cue, leaving Eddie awkwardly reaching for the briefcase. Rey Mysterio, realizing the delay, recovered and pulled Eddie down from the top of the ladder. Frustrated, Eddie shouted, "Where the hell is Vicky?" in a rare break of character. The chaos forced Eddie and Rey to improvise until Vicky finally arrived, tipping the ladder and sending Eddie crashing to the mat. Rey seized the opportunity, climbed the ladder, and secured the victory. It was an unforgettable moment, with Eddie's raw reaction adding an extra layer of drama to an already emotional match.
And look at Eddie. Frustrated.
Wow.
Frustrated.
The late great Brody Lee, known as Luke Harper in WWE, was a master in the ring, but even he found himself in an awkward spot at WrestleMania 35 during the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Harper set up Mustafa Ali for a suplex over the ropes, with the plan being for Braun Strowman to kick him, eliminating both Harper and Ali. Except Braun completely forgot his cue. Harper stood there mid-move, calling out to Braun, who didn't seem to notice. After a quick improvisation, Harper reset the suplex spot, and this time Braun got the memo, finally delivering the kick. Both Harper and Ali went tumbling, with Ali narrowly avoiding a nasty landing. Talk about quick thinking in the heat of the moment.
To go in this matchup.
Harper going again, trying for that suplex again.
And there you have it, proof that even in the carefully orchestrated world of WWE, anything can happen. These moments of forgotten spots and quick improvisation remind us why wrestling is as entertaining as it is unpredictable. Which one of these stood out to you the most? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time.
Eddie Guerrero one and Vicky being late like that is crazy, and then seeing how upset he was, he was pissed. I wonder what that backstage conversation was like. Because the way he was going off like that in front of everybody, he was loud as hell. I know he got an 8 ass. But all right, y'all, that's going to do it for this reaction. Make sure to leave some likes and comments down below. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see y'all in the next one.